The names of journalists lost to the conflict in Somalia in 2009. Reporters Without Borders lists Somalia as Africa's deadliest country to work for the media.
We have lost 6 colleagues only this year. Why they were killed, it was clear. It was premeditated and targeted killing.
Somalia has effectively been without a central government since 1991, and civil war has plagued most of the country at some point. A transitional authority exists, but it says it doesn't have enough resources to battle al-Shabaab, the radical Islamic group that wants to overthrow the existing leadership. Omar Farouk Osman represents the National Union of Somali Journalists. He's concerned about the state of his industry and the conditions facing reporters.
A journalist who dares to report independently and professionally, many of them who dared that, they were killed. Many of them who wanted to uncover the truth, they were killed. They were intimidated, they were harmed. So you, a journalist who is in the studio, who wanted to uncover the truth, you remember your colleague who was murdered or injured, okay? And those whom you are covering their news, they tell you, you have to be careful.
Images of Somalia are usually associated with violence. Still, there are some who are willing to report on the ground, although some media workers in the capital Mogadishu have taken drastic action, stopping work to prevent themselves from becoming a statistic.
In recent times, 15 journalists, senior journalists, have gone on strike in Somalia. What does that mean for news in Somalia?
The conflict in Somalia is not covered well, and Somalia as a country or as a nation is not covered well in the media, because when the 15 senior journalists stopped their work, it was serious professional loss for the media in Somalia.
Does the journalists going on strike carry any weight with the government, the warlords, the extremists, al-Shabaab, secularists, etc.?
Of course, you know, all warring sides in the country are benefiting from that, and that's what they wanted. For example, some of them have been saying, look, you cannot be impartial, you cannot be independent when your, quote unquote, your religion and your country is under attack, okay? So those who were striving to be independent and professional are either killed or forced to resign from the profession. But we also have to work, you know, to train and build the capacity of journalists, you know, who just joined the journalistic profession, because most of them, they were born and raised in the conflict, and they haven't seen, you know, proper schooling.
Until that training happens, groups like the National Union of Somali Journalists and Reporters Without Borders say more journalists will leave the country, and others will continue to quit the profession, fearing for their lives.